Hi everybody, this is Lori Kraus from Stamping in Deerland. Welcome to the next video from Techniques, Tips, and Advice. Today we're going to make this really great quick and easy Christmas card. It's a little over the top with the bling, but you know what? That's what it's all about. I love to get cards with lots of bling. It reminds everyone that you're not afraid to use your supplies. So let's get started. So this will be the finished product when we get done. So we'll set that up there. So what we're going to do first is we'll of course take some cardstock and we will fold it in half. And we will use our Stampin' Up! Bone folder, which this one, woo, pristine, no ink on it. Yay, Lori. And we have a layer of Lost Lagoon we'll have for that. And then we'll have another layer of white. I've cut those down just 1/8 of an inch. So actually it's a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. And you just cut each layer. We're going to use a stamp set, Christmas Bliss, I believe. And we're going to use our Lost Lagoon ink. Everyone knows how to stamp. This is a polymer stamp. So this says Christmas Bliss on it. We'll ink that up on our clear blocks and get a nice good impression. My ink pads are pretty good and juicy too, so that helps. And then this part's ready to go, so I'll set that in my little pile of stuff. When I stamp all those trees, here's a trick. I set this out for my ladies to do it this way too. You can stamp every other one upside down, and you can actually get, because you can get so tight in there, you can actually get 10 trees on a strip that's 11 by 2 3/4. So 1/3 of a sheet of cardstock, and that way they can stamp 10 trees and they can make 5 cards with that strip. So sometimes it's about how you cut the cardstock that makes it either hard or easy to make 20 cards. So this punch actually cuts nice and tight with the image, so which is really good, and you're able to get in there and get them really close together, so you can space them even closer than that together if you like. That's our new tree punch too. So you're going to punch 2 trees for this. And actually, I'm going to show you a little cheat. I've already got my trees punched, and I also already have my rhinestones on there. What I did is there's 2 different, actually 3 different sizes of dots. And I took the medium rhinestones and put on the big dots, and I took the small rhinestones and put on the 2 other size of dots that are on my tree. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those in a minute. But I did put those on my trees ahead of time so that you didn't have to sit and watch me put rhinestones on. That's pretty boring. The next piece of cardstock we have is a piece of pear pizzazz, and we're going to use our scalloped border punch. And if you've never used one of these, pretty simple to use. You just kind of punch and you follow the little photo here. Probably have to punch it 3, sometimes 4, depending on where you start. You need to keep it right up against this little ledge right here. And I don't know if you can see, but right here you got a little picture. So you just kind of keep sliding it down right like this and keep punching it until your whole piece is punched, which is kind of nice. Got a little pile of stuff here you can get rid of too. So that's the scallop border punch. I love it. Use it a lot. And then I have a piece of DSP that comes out of the All Is Calm Designer Series paper. I love the one with the snowflakes. I love this one with the snowflakes on it too that has a little pear pizzazz in it. But I think this one, well, this one I use this one. So maybe I will use this one today. So I'm going to put a little bit of snail adhesive. That's what I used for the adhesive of choice today. We're using pretty much cardstock and paper, so it's not hard to get them to adhere to one another, and they don't really come off or anything like that. So we'll get that on there. So we have that. And then I've also used some washi tape on this project. Love washi tape. So I'm going to move this out from the camera just so I can get this tape on straight. Not that it matters, but I would like to have a card that looked nice for you. So, of course, you don't need scissors with washi tape. You can just tear it. So here I put my washi tape right across there, okay, at the top. So I think we're ready to do some putting together. So I'm going to take this piece that I've put here, and I'm going to put that to here. And I like to go around my project. I like to have plenty of adhesive on my project. I don't like anyone getting a card that, you know, is in 5 different pieces when they get it. That's really not any fun. So I do use a lot of adhesive. I have to say, though, our fast fuse is awesome. It really holds things together, and they stay right on the project, so no troubles with that. So here we have this layered. Now I am going to use dimensionals. I love dimensionals. My customers always tell me that because I use so many dimensionals, that must be how I earn the trip every year. Well, it's a little harder than that, but I do say I do use dimensionals, and I like it. I like the look that they give my cards, and so I use them, but they always tease me, which is okay. I'm good with that. So let me get this layered on here for you, and then I will show you the next little trick. Okay, so now we have our card, okay? Now, what I did next was I took our Blendabilities, and I took the end of the Blendability, that is the paintbrush end, and I went over all the large rhinestones with the paintbrush end of the Blendability. These alcohol markers will dry quickly, and they'll be permanent, and you don't have to worry about it not sticking. I don't know if you can see that very good, but really colors those up nice. Once we add the blue on there, I think you'll really see it pop. So let me get both of these done for you. And you don't have to be super particular about it. It's really easy, just kind of run it around. I do use the paintbrush end, not the other end. It's just the end I prefer. I prefer it when I'm coloring to use that paintbrush end as well. Now, by the way, that was the dark Old Olive. This is also going to be the dark Coastal Cabana. And I will just do all the small rhinestones, so that you can get an idea of what this beautiful tree is going to look like. I do a couple classes every month. One's called the 20-pound card class. This would definitely qualify for the 20-pound card class. And basically all it is the cards are a little souped up, and they have a lot of embellishments and ribbon, and usually quite a few layers on them too. So it's definitely not like a 1 or 2 layer card and no ribbon. Usually they always have ribbon and washi tape, and more than 1 layer, of course. Usually they're 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. So there's my trees for that. And then I'm just going to give my trees a turn over here, and we're going to put those on with a couple of dimensionals. 2 is probably good enough. Right down the center of the tree. And by the way, dimensionals, they are like the best deal ever. You get 300 dimensionals for just $3.95. As far as I'm concerned, that's like the best deal in the whole book. I buy them like 10 packages at a time. So, alright, so there's my little tree. Actually, this card was inspired by a card I got at Founder's Circle. I just took it and souped it up a little bit and added a few things. And there's my Christmas card. So thanks for stopping by Dearland today, and I hope to see you back at Techniques, Tips, and Advice and Rubber Stamping with Lori Krause. Thanks. Bye-bye.